All right, let's get an update from Meane Glauser from our EBC Switzerland Bureau. Hello, Meane, and what is your update from Switzerland?
Hi, Alma. So for Switzerland, currently, it has 539,474 confirmed cases and 9,000 deaths. That's 1,356 cases and 22 deaths more in the past 24 hours. In response to the still ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, there are different rules when it comes to entering Switzerland. Of course, any incoming travelers with a Swiss passport or valid permit in Switzerland are allowed to enter the country from any other foreign country. Otherwise, entry restrictions may apply to the rest. Almost everyone must fill out a form to enter the country as a proof of a negative test and or go into quarantine, except for people who come from an area at the border and not entering by air. This exemption also applies to those whose work is to transport passengers or goods across the border and are able to travel directly to another country. The entry from a form can be filled out electronically on a computer or smartphone. Afterwards, the travelers will be given a QR code by email as a confirmation, but you can also have the paper version before boarding the transport. This QR code will then be shown if the traveler gets controlled while crossing the border. The traveler must be able to show proof of a negative coronavirus test whenever he or she enters Switzerland by air before boarding the aircraft and whenever he or she stayed in a country with an increased risk of infection within the 10 days before entering the country, whether it is by bus, rail, car, etc. The only ones exempted are children under the age of 12. When it comes to quarantine, it is mandatory for adults and children who have spent time in a country or area with an increased risk of infection to do it for 10 days. Even those with a negative test results and or COVID-19 vaccination are not exempted from this rule. But before that, the traveler must report his or her arrival to the cantonal authority responsible within 2 days. Back to you, Alma.
All right, I believe, Meane, the test that you're talking about must meet 3 requirements. Can you tell me what these are?
Yes, of course. So the first requirement is that the test must have been conducted no more than 72 hours before entry. And second, it must have been a molecular analysis for the new COVID-19, like a PCR test. Otherwise, it is not sufficient. And finally, the test must be negative. Back to you, Alma.
All right, thank you very much, Meane, for your quick update there. Very much. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you again.
Yes, you too, Alma. Thank you for having me. I'm Meane Glauser reporting from the Geneva, Switzerland Bureau, and we live in interesting times.